double parked. Three failed.
Holy crap, you going fast. Holy shit.
And you're supposed to stop before you turn, bicyclist. And of course, left turn from the straight in the left turn lane. Yeah, that's not a stop. Oops, I didn't see the pedestrian. Tree is open. So stop here, and then you go.
You're shut down anymore. End the lockdown now.
Few of the demonstrators wore face masks, a show of defiance against Governor Baker's order mandating face coverings that takes effect on Wednesday. At the State House, Mike MacLeod, WBZ, Boston's News Radio.
Your mortgage? Well, soon you might be kicking yourself in the head. Rates are at historic lows. At the same time, home values have gone up roughly 50% in the last several years. Maybe it's time to put that equity to work by paying off high-rate credit cards, personal loans, or remodel your house. Hi, I'm Wesley Hoagland with Westland Financial. Let us put you in a position to do any of these things with no closing costs.
Want the lowest prices in years? AAA says gas prices could start to rise again as the economy gets going after the pandemic. Gas prices in Massachusetts have flattened out and remained steady in the past week after weeks of steep drops.
there saying, you know, Mookie Betts or somebody else, oh, I feel bad for him for losing $5 million. And you start ragging on Mookie Betts for losing $5 million or Xander for losing $3 million. Like, you don't give a rat's ass. I get it.
Out, I feel like it's 100% fine if the players at least ask more questions.
Okay, let me ask you this question then. Do you think any of the players out there, and I hope they do, are aware of the fact that if they have no fans this year, Adam Silver's already talking about no fans next year.
That's the NBA.
The NBA is already talking about, no, that's going to be probably in society. So the NBA is already talking about cutting the cap number by maybe up to 40% next year.
Then all you need to know is to go to Row.
Both Row dealerships in Westbrook and Auburn are celebrating the warm weather with a super summer sales event. For example, go to Row and save over $10,000 off MSRP on a new 2020 Ford F-150 XL Super Cab 4x4 and buy it for only $29,900.
8109. That's 800-777-8109. Or apply online at AmericanFinancing.net. American Financing, America's home. Risk. We can't do that. It's a risk to the older.
Is they are always the voice of reason. They're always cautious. They're always, okay, which way is the wind blowing?
No,
Let's make sure
they're always politically correct.
Money. Baseball players are sitting there saying, you know, how much money am I going to get? How much money do you want to take from me? So it's a completely different argument as to guys wanting to come back or not. I think everybody in baseball wants to play and make their cash. NBA, they're sitting there saying, we already made our cash. We got no chance in the playoffs anyway.
But don't you think that also their biggest issue is, okay, how do we start the 2020-21 season?
Yeah.
Like, they should be more focused on preparing.
And you see sort of the holes on the sides and above your nose and below your chin. It's obvious that it will get out, but it gets out in a spray that's markedly muted. It gets out sort of to the side and down and up, not out in front of you. On the other hand, if we're talking about a few particles in the air...
Burners! My mom never let me use the oven. I wonder why.
The Geico Insurance Agency could help keep your personal property protected, like if it's your roommate's first time operating an oven. Visit geico.com to see how easy it is to switch and save on renter's insurance.
Yellow and red.
Enforcement. And Carson was last year too, but...
Nice parking, York Police. Looking the wrong way.
That's a little ironic, huh?
That's a red light run, first of all.
I'd probably put Vermont at the bottom. I feel like, I don't know, I always forget about them.
Yeah.
Lauren told me her favorite New England state is New York.
That is not true. My favorite New England state is probably Massachusetts.
equipment, but to create a supply chain.
We certainly would love to do more here in the city of Boston. We just don't have the resources for it. And that's why we supported the Congress.
Turned so far against 28 defendants are 3 that charged Sean McCarthy of Wilmington with sexually assaulting 2 women in July of 2012 while working as an armed, uniformed MBTA officer. McCarthy was arraigned remotely. President Trump insists mail-in voting makes elections ripe for fraud. To the outbreak back in February and March.
Actually, this is the 8th or 9th Thursday in a row with yet another staggering report on people filing for unemployment benefits in this economy. 2.4 million people this week, down, yes, from a week ago, but still basically the entire...
Is professor of finance at Cornell. Investment money has been surging out of emerging markets, that's developing and middle-income countries. Crowley says in 2.5 months, 4 times as much money left emerging markets as it did in the Great Recession. For others, Eric Lacombe says that's not enough. He's president of Jubilee USA, a group of religious organizations that promotes debt relief.
The United Nations right now predicts that 40 to 60 million people
She works at a lab school with like 5- and 6-year-old kids. She was wearing a mask that had the Rolling Stones tongue logo on it. And Jack is 14. He's a 9th grader.
This guy's an exercise, right?
Queens.
Yeah, and I have a whole bunch of other like prop.
So you're a Star Wars fan?
I like Marvel a lot more than anything.
So Jack was living the world of a New York City teenager in a pandemic.
Might go into what a student decides to do for the fall, including are they going to be able to do their best work if there's an uncertain situation, or if they're unable in a nursing home, or maybe they don't have a stable home life that makes it conducive. If that's what their school decides to do, maybe a gap.
We've been doing for probably hundreds of years, certainly in America, thousands, hundreds of years. And the ones online, the good students, and I'm talking about really do very well online.
That's not a stop.
Bay Area's news station, KCBS.
Welcome to the Real Estate Minute with RE/MAX expert Michael Hatfield. What are some of the great values in the Bay Area, Michael?
If you're always wanted premium, low-maintenance composite decking and fencing, brands like Trex, Fibron, TimberTech, and Varane, and hundreds of other options to bring your backyard back to life this year. Order online. Rely on it.
Just call me back. Geico, always there for you with savings on the industry-leading mobile app.
KCBS first for traffic. Let's see what George has for us.
Well, the KCBS phone course is kept.
An adult male from Santa Clara County has tested positive for the new coronavirus.
It's one more reason why we're the Bay Area's #1 news station. All news, all the time, on KCBS.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans and Rocket Mortgage. During these challenging times, our commitment to providing you with the best mortgage experience remains. We understand that hardships may arise.
I mean, they probably would have changed that, but I have to hope for it.
Because, you know what? They probably wouldn't have, if they happen to have a season, I think the Lakers might be able to. He wins another.
They're 100%. They're one of the final couple teams.
How many would you say he wins before he retires?
LeBron?
Yeah.
I mean, if he doesn't win it this year, that might be it. I don't know.
Well, no, he's got to come back next year.
I think he has a chance to win it this year.
Right.
They do. They have a real chance. Right? No.
I'm just basing it off. If we know he's going to play for, what's he got? 3 more years left with the Lakers, or is it 2 more?
Yeah, I think there's a good chance to win